I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with jets. I don't have to look at another jet because I'm going to Autobots, which means nothing but cars. And what the hell is this? Hey guys, watch this. Hey, oh shit! And here we have, whoops, Drax. Drax is a really nice blue car with these weird missiles underneath them. I want to get this off the bat. I do like the tribal design. Nor did I did not have an original Drax. Nor did I really grow up with Drax with the giant flaming wannabe hot rod thing on it on the legs with the giant Autobot symbol right here. I've seen it. I've seen the United version. I'll stick with the tribal design. I really like it. That, and I'm kind of a sucker for certain tribal designs, and this had me going. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. It kind of looks like the old design, and it makes me think this is like a new updated version, which this is what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an updated version of the old toy. Well, it rolls. Not really any posability. Alright, I really need to get some better lighting here so I can get the frame rate up on this thing. Jesus Christ, it sucks. I have to use a auto lighting feature on my camera so I can get a decent lighting in here, because this room is dimly lit. But anyway, this is an updated figure of Drax. I never owned the original. I thought the original was kind of boxy. I still want it though. It looked pretty neat. But I have no plans on, going out and going like, oh my god, I need to get it now. 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 But yeah. And as you probably know, it's been a while. It's been some months since this came out, so everybody knows of the flying car mode, which it gets the idea across, but in all practicality, it's like, why? And I'm actually going to do I want to do it on screen or? Oh, what the hell? I'll do it on screen, but I'll do the rest of the transformation off screen. You take these off. You pull this open, and there's a little tab in there. You'll probably be able to see it when I flip it. Yeah, see, there's that. It just flips around. And then you take the car doors and you flip them out like that and pull them. Pull them like that. Now, the official one just says to do this, flip that around, close this back up, and then attach the missiles here. Everybody believes that looks stupid. So what as fans, we've actually believed that this is the true mode, is that we've pulled these arms out, kind of stuck them in here, put the wheels up, trying to keep this part of the video short. Oh yeah. I'm looking at what I'm doing and now it's on the screen. Flip this wheel up, close this back up, and what you would want to do is that you want to tilt this wing back until it clicks. There we go. Like so. That way the arms fill in this gap a little better. Like so. Is it? Oh, now it clicks. Yeah, there we go. See, now it clicks. Now the wings got this sweeping back motion. And then put this down. Take the missile and you turn it. And take the other one and you turn it. Now the clips don't do anything when you attach them. It's all about this little slot right here. Of course you can tell it's because it's pretty deep. And you just plug them on. Now you want to hold one down because the first initial missile will kind of make that tab recess back in. Oops, again, there again, looking at what I'm trying to do, not what I'm doing on camera. There we go. Boom. sometimes these missiles don't like going on. Because they kind of friction click on, like if you can get them in there, they'll click on. But then sometimes they won't. Whoops. Ugh. Anyway, okay. I'm just going to skip that right now. But yeah, the missiles are supposed to go here, and this is the flying car mode, which isn't that bad. Actually, I thought from this angle, it looks kind of cool. It gets the message across that this is supposed to be a flying car, and adds a little bit more bulk to it with having the arms there. But yeah, it's pretty decent. Under kibble. Not too much under kibble, to give it that. I mean, you see the feet, you can't really see the arms when they're tucked away. Anywho, let's give him to robot mode. Whoosh, I'm taking off. Whee! God damn it, where's that fucking button? And of course, here we have the obligatory nonsense transition with the head cut off. Ha ha! I've done it again! I'll do it over and over again as many times as I want. Ha ha ha! Actually, let's just raise his... There we go. He's actually kind of a tall little guy. Yeah, as you can see, it actually gets some of my computer in view. If you actually want to include all the wings and the missiles, which they can be lowered a little, he still is kind of tall, but that looks kind of silly. It really does. So we're just gonna pull those back up, like so. Extremely long pause. First off, right off the bat, people think, oh, he's chunky. I mean, yeah, he looks kind of wide from the front, but it's oh, I can't remember what the term is, but it looks worse in photos than it does in real life. It really does. And I just made him drop his gun. It really does. I think it's because the combination of how the chest is the hood of the car, and these things pop out when you slide it up, and kind of the mixture of the back of the car being a giant ass backpack, which is literally hollow. There's nothing inside of it. You can't even store the gun back there, because when you store the gun in that little peg right there, the backpack clicks flush against the actual back of the robot. So when you try to put the gun in there, oh, you can't see. When you actually try to put the gun in there, the tail end of the gun actually sticks out a little. So when you actually try to push it flush against there, it will pop out. So if I don't want him holding it, I'll just like put it in here like an actual backpack. Boom. But right off the bat, posability is eh. You gotta swivel at the knee. A very, very limited knee bend, unless you like tilt it to the side. But then it's even more limited. A limited knee joint, mostly because of the way the legs pop out, because they retract into the front of the car. Ball jointed hip, which I wish it did a little bit more. It looks like it can do a little bit more, but it doesn't. It just does that, the standard ball joint. The really neat thing about this is that most people first thought that the toe part and the heel part were on the same like rod. Like if you tilt this like that, this will tilt the same way, but they're not. They're on their own individual ball joints. So I can completely turn this around like so. So you can actually get some decent standing poses out of him, but you gotta make sure. Let me spread him out some. But if you want to get him out those poses, you have to keep your thumb and your index finger on those things at the same time to make sure it spreads out evenly, like so. Or completely get some pressure down on those, like what I'm doing here. You can try to see it, and then he just starts leaning back and leaning back and leaning back. Crotch shot! God, I need to get some better editors so I can get some giant caps on here. They did this. I heard they did this on the Wheeljack review, on the Wheeljack repaint of this. I haven't seen it on this. I haven't seen a Wheeljack in person, and the pictures I can't really tell the difference. But apparently, where's my screwdriver? There it is. But apparently, in the Wheeljack version, the inside of these doors are painted silver to match the wings and fill this up a little, so you can actually have them out more to the side, and they look more like wings instead of just here. Oh, they're just pieces of kibble with a white wing on top. That and Wheeljack, I heard, is much shorter because this is a Trax review, not a Wheeljack review. Okay, let's see. Ball joint at the shoulder, a bicep swivel, and due to the transformation, a double jointed elbow. Oh my god, that's awesome. Tilting open splayed hands, which I'm starting to become a fan of because his gun doesn't really hold in there that well, and very easily, if you hold it down far enough, it'll just pop right out. Like, if you hold it like halfway like that, it'll stay. It'll stay there pretty decent. But if you push it down all the way, it'll fall right out. And the reason why that is, if I get this to focus. Focus. Well, you can kind of see it, but the handle, there's actually a little gap here for the locking mechanism for the backpack, so it can actually stay there. And yes, it does have a clip system. It does have a clip system thing on the back. Mostly that's for the Wheeljack. I want to say retooling, because the missiles are different. This is different. The head's different. The legs are different. It's a half-assed remold. And god damn, my nose is itching right now. I know a lot. I'm going to take this minute right now to say that I know a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people. I know some people are going to say, "Oh man, all these reviews are just padded out and taking them all." Well, that's because I've been trying to film these things on the fly as I'm trying to do my shit here at home, and I'm not really up to par, let's say. Let's put the gun back in his hand. Boom. He does have a waist joint due to the transformation, but to kind of move his hips, you need to somewhat pop the chest up. But other than that, you can get a pretty decent number of poses out of him. And this is going to probably be some weird ass pose. His head is on I call a semi-limited head joint. Ball joint, because you can tell it's a ball joint. You really can. But his head is so wide and so close to this gray panel here, the most you can do is turn it sideways and give him a slight head tilt. A very... See, let me show you. A very, very slight head tilt. See, I'm not joking, that's how far it goes. But I do want to try to see if I can get this on camera. But no, the lighting, let me see. Let me see if I can turn off the lighting effects. No controls, webcam options, right light. Okay, there you go. You can really see the detailing on the head now. So you got all those. That really nice night look going for the head, and now you can actually see the decent details of the face. I think he's one of the few ones where the light piping actually works. Yeah, it kind of does, and that's mostly because those eyes. I think the eyes are painted in. Yeah, the eyes are painted in. The eyes are painted in the same exact color as the frickin' light piping. What the fuck is up with that? That's kind of messed up. No? And my mouse is messing up because it's starting to think I'm double clicking. There we go. Get the lighting back up so you guys can see again. But yeah, I like Drax. I'm glad I got him. I'm just not happy that I spent. Well, for those who don't know, Drax, the very first wave will reveal the Sheild, Drax, Jazz, Mindset, and Fallback, the 2 repaints in that set. They did a very odd thing, and they actually popped up in places like Kroger, Walgreens, Eckerd's, CVS pharmacies. They all popped up in these little places first before they popped up in retail stores, which was kind of odd and kind of sad because at retail stores these things go. The price at a retail store is $15.99, so I almost paid $20 for this guy, and I almost paid $20 for Jazz too because I got impatient. I got him for I got him for less than retail price. Winning the bid wise, but the problem is, thanks to shipping, I actually paid $20 for him. So I paid $20 for him and $20 for the other guy to get them in on time, and I kicked myself in the ass. And the reason why I did that is because, well, I'm justifying it for Jazz because I really love Jazz. Jazz is one of my figures that, if they made a toy for it, I will get it without question. I mean, I will literally get it without question. Jazz has always been one of my favorite characters, which is why I'm happy that he survived the '86 movie. But he didn't survive the '07 movie, which made me really, really sad. Especially when no, what the fuck am I talking about? This is supposed to be a Drax review, not a Jazz review. Ugh! I guess I'm doing that because I don't know much about Drax. He popped up later on in the series where I wasn't paying attention, or I didn't watch most of the series. I do need to pick up Season 2, both sets of it, so I can finally learn more about him. But character-wise, I don't know much. All I know is that he was kind of self-centered. Like, if there was multiples of him, they would be polishing each other. Yeah. Giggity. But anyway, this has been Alan with Jazz saying thank you very much for watching. The results after the crash.